It was supposed to be a night of celebration. Friends gathered, beers were chilled, the fire crackled against the cool Texas night air. But what started as a bachelor party at a quiet ranch in rural Texas turned into a mystery that would haunt investigators, families, and locals for decades. By sunrise, the groom-to-be was gone, and the only clue left behind was a single bloody footprint leading to an abandoned barn. The Holloway Ranch stretched for hundreds of acres across the rolling Texas countryside. It was remote, far from the glow of city lights, with dirt roads that wound through mesquite trees and long, empty fields. For most, the ranch was a place of solitude, used for hunting trips or family gatherings. But on this night, it was the backdrop for a bachelor party. The groom, Daniel Briggs, 29 years old, was well-liked in town. Hardworking, respectful, with a laugh that could fill a room. He was set to marry Emily Holloway, the daughter of one of the most powerful landowning families in the region. Friends said the match was perfect. Love, wealth, and stability rolled into one. Daniel's closest friends had planned the bachelor party as a send-off before his wedding just 2 weeks away. It was simple: food, drinks, music, and a bonfire under the Texas sky. At first, the night was normal. Guests laughed, roasted marshmallows, and shared stories about Daniel's childhood mischiefs. By 11 p.m., the crowd had thinned. Only Daniel and 5 close friends remained around the fire. One of the friends later recalled, Daniel stood up, stretched, and said he was going to grab another drink. He never came back. Minutes passed. The group assumed he had gone inside the ranch house, or perhaps wandered off to use the bathroom in the dark. But as more time went by, unease set in. By midnight, Daniel was still missing. His phone, wallet, and keys remained on the picnic table. And then, someone noticed something odd. The back door to the old barn on the property was cracked open. Flashlights in hand, the friends approached cautiously. The barn had been abandoned for years, its wood warped, paint peeling, roof sagging from storms. Inside, it smelled of dust, oil, and rusted iron. And there it was, a single, bloody footprint on the dusty floor. It was bare, as if someone had lost their shoe in the struggle. The print led toward the deeper shadows of the barn but stopped abruptly, as if whoever left it had been dragged away. The friends panicked. They shouted Daniel's name, their voices bouncing off the tin roof. No answer. They tore through the barn, throwing open old doors and shifting broken planks. Nothing. At 12:46 a.m., the first call to 911 was made.
What's the emergency?
Hi,
When deputies from the county sheriff's office arrived, they were skeptical. Drunken antics weren't unusual on bachelor party weekends. Maybe Daniel had wandered off into the woods, they thought. But once officers saw the bloody footprint, their tone changed. Crime scene tape went up. Flashlights swept over every inch of the barn. And yet, no sign of Daniel. The barn was cleared, the fields searched, and dogs brought in. But by dawn, there was still no trace of the groom-to-be. The sheriff told reporters, "We have reason to believe foul play may be involved. At this time, we cannot confirm Daniel Briggs's whereabouts." News spread quickly through town. Emily Holloway, the bride-to-be, rushed to the ranch at sunrise, distraught and demanding answers. Her reaction raised eyebrows. Some friends described her as inconsolable, sobbing and pleading with police to find Daniel. Others said she seemed cold, more worried about what people would think than about her missing fiancé. Still, she insisted Daniel would never just run away. Something had happened to him, and she was determined to find out what. As the search intensified, old whispers resurfaced. Locals muttered about the Holloway Ranch being cursed. Stories of strange disappearances, violent feuds, and cover-ups spanned decades. That land has secrets, one neighbor told investigators. Secrets that family doesn't want anyone digging into. But now, the police had no choice but to dig. By the end of the first 48 hours, hundreds of volunteers had searched the surrounding fields. Drones and helicopters scanned the area. And still, no Daniel. The only clue remained that bloody footprint. As night fell again over the Holloway Ranch, the wind whistled through the cracks of the old barn. Inside, crime scene tape fluttered in the dark. And questions loomed over the town. Where was Daniel Briggs? And what was the Holloway family hiding? Next time on the Texas Chainsaw Caper, investigators dig into the Holloway family's past and discover the ranch may have been the stage for more than one disappearance.